is literally breaking new ground during our first mourning dove season. Plans are underway to hunt North America's most populous game bird across a 70-day season, September 1 through November 9th. That puts Iowa hunters in the field with eyes on the sky for a new species. Many have hunted out of state for the darting, quick-moving dove. Many others, though, have never hunted doves. For them, there's going to be a learning curve.
And one of the most basic factors you want to focus in on to prepare for a successful dove hunt is following their flight lines. They have certain areas where they pass through. It's very similar to the same concepts we use in waterfowl hunting, where you pass shoot. That really implies that you're along a passway where the birds are flying from point A to point B. And we've found many times mourning doves are very typically will move that way.
Unlike most upland game bird hunting, you are not stalking or flushing your quarry. You're not covering large acreages. You are getting in place, sitting, waiting, and watching. But where do you go? As with many other species, focus on the food. Doves are ground feeders. They prefer open, exposed ground. That might be a recently mowed patch of sunflowers, maybe a cut cornfield chopped for silage, millet or winter wheat after it's been combined. Legislative approval of dove hunting came late in the planting season, so few landowners had time or the expertise to get much dove-friendly seed in the ground. There was a quick push, though, on state-managed wildlife areas to set up fields to attract doves. Every wildlife management unit in Iowa has put in a variety of several-acre parcels. As that summer green gave way to golden brown, these dove fields have taken shape.
This will be mowed, and what this will create then is the food will be on the ground, the seed will be busted off, falling on the ground, and this will be a very short vegetation food source for the dove. And that food source is right next to a great roosting area with this row of shrubbery and trees.
And another one maybe just 50 yards away.
Exactly.
Besides a variety of small grains, mourning doves feed on plain old weeds, ragweed, foxtail, smartweed. But they do prefer that bare soil, especially seeds left behind by fall drop or a crop harvest.
So this weed is something that's going to be new to a lot of our upland hunters. The structure of it is different. Right now these seeds they're still green, still developing, but these will all be ripe, golden brown, and this will all fall off. Every one of these seeds will fall off when it gets mowed.
As more private land is managed for dove hunting, there are a couple keys to remember. You can hunt standing crops or natural areas where seeds and grain have been scattered solely as a result of normal planting, harvest, or post-harvest manipulation or soil stabilization. You may not topsow or broadcast that seed without covering it. That is not normal farming practice and would be considered baiting. Ahead of, even into the season, the key is scouting, knowing where the doves are and their day-to-day patterns. Doves eat early in the day, then they look for water and grit before moving back to their loafing roosts for the middle of the day. By late afternoon and into the evening, that cycle will be repeated. As a hunter, you want to set up near one of those sources, food, water, or grit, or maybe on the way from one to the other. And it's best to be out of the picture. Mourning doves have great eyesight. If you set up along their feeding sites, their watering hole, or a flight corridor, you want to blend in. Camouflage works well. Anything to break up your silhouette is helpful. And that camo will change, from early September greens and browns to cornstalk patterns in October. Expect flurries of shooting activity as doves fly through, singles, doubles, maybe 20 or more on their way to or from that food and water. Just about any 20-gauge, 16-gauge, or 12-gauge shotgun will work fine. Keep in mind the size of your target and stick to the smaller shot, 6 and 7, and loads of 1 to 1 1/8 ounce. You'll need a plug, too, to limit your gun to 3 shots. And once the shooting starts, keep it close.
I'd say if you're just getting started with this, you might want to stay with a fairly open choke, improved cylinder, and stay at 20 to 25 yards. You get more comfortable with those shots, then you can probably tighten your choke up a little bit and go to 30 to 35 yards. Some of the fellows that I've hunted with like to egg me on and try to take those 50 and 60 yard shots, and I think that's mainly for their entertainment more than for an effectiveness at shooting.
Remember, you are shooting at fast-moving, gyrating targets. Practice with clay targets all you want, but keep in mind they don't accelerate just as you lock in on them like doves sometimes do. And as you take those shots, go back to the basics. Know who is around you. Say you are in a field like this, food source right down the middle, cover on either side. Unless you are positive there is no one else in the area, your shots need to be up and in a safe range to the left and right. Treat a dove travel corridor much as you would a duck marsh, where more hunters might be right across the water or on either side of you. Remember, never shoot at anything unless you are sure of the target and what lies beyond it. With small grains as their target food source, you're going to want to look around. Start with your local public ground.
The best thing a hunter can do to get ready for this season, for this opportunity, is to call their local manager, their DNR biologist, and ask them some of the things that they've done and some of the areas that they've put them. They aren't going to be right next to the road. They aren't going to be right next to a parking lot. But that's okay. You might have to walk in a quarter mile, but all you're carrying is a gun and a 5-gallon bucket.
If scouting private ground that hasn't been planted to small grains, a grazed pasture might be a good site, especially with a pond or maybe a cornfield chopped for silage. Again, the most attractive sites for doves will have exposed soil with weed seed or waste grains scattered on the surface. Don't overhunt a prime area, say consecutive days or 3 or 4 days a week. Like any game animal, doves will vacate the area if you don't. And always ID your target. Besides mourning doves, Iowa has approved harvest of the similar but larger Eurasian collared dove too. However, watch for other birds with similar flight characteristics: killdeer, kestrels, even blue jays. Shooting a protected species like these is illegal. Mourning dove hunting is an excellent opportunity to introduce new hunters, younger hunters, or women to the sport. It's a chance, too, for older hunters to enjoy themselves without extensive walking. It's primarily a warm weather pastime, great for friends and family to spend time together, get in some hunting, and bring home a couple meals from the field.